Well, a happy rainy Monday afternoon to you and welcome. Thank you for coming out and sharing some of your lunchtime with us. I'm your Mayor, Jake Day, and we are about to have an incredible treat. So, standing to my right is a set of fantastic musicians, experts, masters, in fact, in the Chesapeake blues.
That's right. All right. Cool.
On the harmonica, we have blues master Phil Wiggins.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
And on those 6 strings, we have blues legend Rick Franklin.
All right. Good. All right.
So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to hand it off to these 2 fine gentlemen for a couple of songs, and then we will have our announcement. In the meantime, feel free to get yourself some Mama's Way grilled cheese from Vittles Food Truck and a cupcake from Sugar Rush by Teresa.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Ready? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So we chose that song because it's a typical song from the Piedmont region, which is right here where we are. The Piedmont style of blues is really basically dictated by the technique on the guitar of picking out a melody line and picking out a bass line, a syncopated bass line at the same time with your thumb. And that's basically all that means, the Piedmont style. So we're so glad to be here. I'm going to let Rick Franklin sing one for you. That's another typical Piedmont style song. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. point was 9. Just then the police kicked in the back door. I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. I grabbed that money right off the floor and out the window I went flying. Well, ever since that big crap gate, I believe in old chicken and wine. I'm the leader of the high society, of course. I got mine. Well, I went down to a turkey feast. Dinner was certainly fine. 15 minutes before the table was set, all the jitterbugs found in line. Well, when they brought them gobblers out, like a rascal night did shine. Talking about rascal grabbing in, I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. I grabbed that turkey right by the wing, and out the window I went flying. Well, tried to find me a hiding place, I didn't get there in time. Another rascal grabbed me by my coat. I got mine. Tell me the rest of the story, Phil. Let me tell you about a place I know down on Walker Street. It's the only place in town where them gambling men do meet. Well, some of them come for a haircut and some of them come for a scrap. When you see me and my buddies there, we mean to shoot some crap. Holly 7, come and live in, won't you come, come, come. You don't 7-Eleven on dice, I'm done, done, done. If I see the police before he sees me, gon' run, run, run. Talking about rascal running, yeah, I got mine. Well, I went down to my best gal's house. I was just about 9. Wasn't dressed up like old Bill Gates, but I was feeling mighty doggone fine. I saw her sitting on another rascal's lap. I did not like that sign. Told that rascal what I thought of him. I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. Told that rascal what I thought of him, and out the window I went flying. He was mighty good with that shotgun. I did not like that sign. Talking about rascal running, yeah, I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. Told that rascal what I thought of him. Out the window I went flying. He was real good with that shotgun. I did not like that sign. Talking about rascal running, yeah, I got mine. Thank you.
Were they not incredible? Let's hear it again for Phil Wiggins and Rick Franklin. Woo! And they will be back. I want to thank our partners at Vittles and Vittles Food Truck Headquarters Live and Sugar Rush by Teresa for all of your wonderful support. We're standing here today, and before I tell you why we're here today, we're standing here today thanks in part to partnership between many, many organizations and many, many people, and some of them are in the room with us today, so I want to talk about them for a second. First and foremost, and you'll understand why soon, I want to acknowledge Laura Bottinelli, Executive Director of the Ward Museum, who is incredible. Just incredible. And I want to thank Laura Kordakowski, the city's business development specialist. I want to thank Jamie Heater, who is the Arts and Entertainment District Executive Director, who put on a fabulous Salisbury Festival this weekend. Nice job and happy birthday. I want to thank SWED Executive Director Dave Ryan. I believe Dave's in the room. Thank you, Dave. I want to thank both former Chamber of Commerce CEO Ernie Colburn and current Chamber of Commerce CEO Bill Chambers for all of your wonderful support. And I want to thank Salisbury University President Janet Dudley Eschbach and Eli Modlin from her office. Thank you, President Eschbach. Thank you, Eli. I want to also thank Mike Dunn, CEO of the Greater Salisbury Committee. Thank you, Mike. And I want to say that we are so grateful to the support of Governor Larry Hogan, DHCD Secretary Ken Holt, DHCD Assistant Secretary Carol Gilbert, Commerce Secretary Mike Gill, Managing Director of the State Division of Tourism, Film, and the Arts, Liz Fitzsimmons, Chad Butterball, and the entire staff from the Maryland State Arts Council, as well as Debbie Clark from the Maryland Department of Commerce. All of you have been fantastic throughout this process. And we've got some of them here in this room, which I'm so grateful for. And we are blessed today to have with us from Annapolis some of our elected officials who represent us there day in and day out and work so hard for us. I want to thank Senator Jim Mathias. I want to thank Bunky Luffman from the governor's office. Where's Bunky? Thank you, Bunky. I want to thank, where's Delegate Shree Sample Hughes? There she is. And where's Delegate Carl Anderton? Hey, Carl. There he is. I think I failed to mention that Amy Seitz from DHCD is here. Hey, Amy. Thank you. And I want to thank the team from the Wycomico County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. I think the director, Steve Miller, is here. Steve is here. Steve, thank you. I want to also say thank you to Kristen Goller from your department, or the tourism director. Kristen, you're awesome. I want to thank the team from Senator Van Hollen's office. Where is Karen? Where's Karen McManus? Karen, thank you. And I see Bill from Congressman Harris's office. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. So look, for a decade now, at least, we've been on a journey together. We have been remaking our city through vibrancy, through the arts, through culture. And we recognize that this is not just about the end state of, hey, we've had a little fun together. It's about the end state of we're going to be a better city. We're going to be a stronger community. We're going to be a bright place to live, an exciting place to live. That's who we are. That's who we want to be. And we are confident that we can get there. We're confident in ourselves, and that's something we haven't always been. But I am certain that we have the right team in place. And I want to ask some of my teammates to come up now. I'd like to invite City Council President Jack Heath, City Council Vice President Muir Boda, and City Councilwoman April Jackson to come up here. Where are they? Where's April? So today, we continue this journey. Through Third Fridays, Salisbury festivals, downtown Salisbury festivals, we are on a path. So a few months ago, Laura Bottinelli decided, I'm going to convince Jake that we have got to apply to attract this event to Salisbury. And we did. And that was actually the second time she tried. She tried 3 years before. And we weren't ready. But now we're ready. We were ready and we put in an application. And with 34 other cities, we attempted to bring an event here that would change Salisbury forever. And we know that because every other community that's hosted it, Julia, has said, this has changed our community forever. Forever. And we want to be a place that is on a national stage. And I think we finally found that. And we are ready to enter that national spotlight. So we winnowed down from 34 to 3. And we were one of 3 finalists. And in February, a team from the National Council for the Traditional Arts came and visited Salisbury. And they brought with them a team that was ready to assess whether or not this storied event was going to call Salisbury its home. And so I'm proud to announce that we were selected as the 2018 to 2020 host city for the National Folk Festival. So let me tell you what that means. The festival will bring with it 6 stages of continuous music, a dance pavilion, traditional crafts, regional food, the whole Chesapeake region, storytelling, parades, and folk life demonstrations throughout downtown Salisbury. With over 150,000 attendees in a weekend, and I know, now we got to pull this thing off. This will be a major new arts destination event that will change the city's trajectory. This is unprecedented, my friends. The National Folk Festival's residency will bring with it partnerships, new partnerships, but it will also elevate all of us in this community who are working for the arts, for culture, for music, for traditions. I am so excited that this is not just a one-time event. We've got it for 3 years. And then, after that commitment is over, we are going to put on our own folk festival of similar scale from that point forward. We're talking about hundreds of thousands, well over 100,000 visitors. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in direct economic impact. We're talking about a game-changing experience for our community, and Salisbury is about to be on the national stage. Are you with me? All right. I need you with me because this is going to be a team effort. It's going to be a heavy lift. We're going to need 800 volunteers. We're going to need to raise some money. We're going to need to put on a heck of an event, and I know we've got the community to do it. So let me tell you about our friends from the National Council for the Traditional Arts. This organization has presented this event and others, but this event in 28 cities across the country, from Chattanooga to Nashville and Richmond to Greensboro since its inception in 1934. The National Folk Festival partners with communities across the nation to present this festival, free to the public, for those 3 years with the understanding that the local host community will put on a similar size event from that point forward. I want to thank the NCTA team for their incredible commitment to their arts, their incredible commitment to the traditional arts, their demonstrated belief in Salisbury, and your presence here today. So I'm going to introduce what I consider new friends of mine today. First, I'm going to ask up in just a second Julia Olin, the Executive Director of NCTA, but she's going to be introduced by longtime board member John Holm. And John, I just learned, is not only a longtime board member of NCTA, but former Undersecretary of State under President Clinton. Wow. Wow. You know, I would consider it an event and an announcement just to have you in our community. So thank you for being here, John. And thank you to the NCTA team.
Well, this is a failure of programming planning, because after all this energy to put and all this wonderful music to put on a taciturn Norwegian to sort of bring the crowd down. I'm just going to say a couple of words. We love this festival. Every member of the board has been involved, and I have for 35 years, I think, because we love the festival, and we are personally involved in the transformative power of the arts. It's one thing that crosses all boundaries of ethnicity and culture and age. And when we go to festivals, I've enjoyed Richmond, for example, was a divided city. There were events for the African American community, there were events for the white community. Nobody ever got together. And we put together a multicultural festival, and it wasn't just that people got to see their own art and their own traditions, but people got to see other people's arts and traditions and realize how rich our society and our country is because we have all these various forms, all these talents. And that's what this festival does. It will transform your community. You will find that you can do stuff you've never thought about doing before. And I'm guaranteeing that we'll love it as we always have, but we're delighted to be able to share it with you and to have a community that bristles with energy like Salisbury taking over this festival. Thank you. And I guess I also get to introduce our dear friend and our executive director, who's been carrying a huge task for what? You've been executive director for 15 years and was running the organization before that as the assistant. Julia Olin knows everything there is to know about how to put on a festival and also who the best artists are all around the country in every tradition. So let me introduce Julia Olin.
We are so thrilled to be coming to Salisbury. In the long history of the festival, since 1934, it's been many places, but do you know what? It has never been in our home state of Maryland before. And the support and enthusiasm thus far from all corners of the state, as well as here in town, it really bodes well. Your community is just what we're looking for more than anything is people power. People that are coming together, that have a vision for their community, and want to make something happen. Well, those are the kinds of places we like to be, and that's the kind of place we see Salisbury is. Yeah. The festival really has something for everybody. It's a very family-friendly event. But one thing I must tell you is that there are many different ideas about what folk means. And so I'm here to dispel perhaps some preconceptions that you might have. When we talk about folk, we're talking about grassroots music, music of the people. And that's all the people. So this festival is going to present arts that were developed in this nation over hundreds of years or even millennia, but also embrace the arts of all the new cultural communities and all the new people who now make their home in the United States. So it You're going to have blues and gospel and bluegrass and salsa and mariachi music, Western swing, New Orleans, everything. And it's going to also embrace new urban arts as well. Because if you think about it, hip hop is 50 years old now. So, as I said, there's something for everybody, and we just cannot wait to get started. And I'm going to be looking for every one of you to be chipping in and helping us do this. It takes all of us to get it done. Thanks.
So, recruiting for volunteer committees and leaders begins now. Thank you. Bunky's in. Hey, if the governor's representative is in, we're all in, right? Look, as Julia said, we've got people power in Salisbury. We've got great people. We've got the people to get this done. And we are going to show Salisbury in the absolute best light to the world. It begins now, and it's going to last forever. Julia, John, thank you so much. To the entire team, thank you so much. And I mean everybody in this room, thank you so much. I'm going to go enjoy a grilled cheese sandwich and a cupcake and a little more Chesapeake Blues. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm going to ask Phil and Rick to come back to the stage, and I want to say, congratulations, Salisbury.
All right. Congratulations, Salisbury.
Rock on, Salisbury.
And thank you for giving the National Festival its new home. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
What do we decide next? Mermaids?
Yeah,
Same key, right?
yeah.
All right. Here's another typical Piedmont blues, although written by a man from Mississippi. Blues all on the ocean, blues all in the air. I can't stay here no longer. I have no steamship fare. When my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker's bills and let the mermaids flirt with me. I do not work for pleasure, earthly peace I'll see no more. The only reason I work at all is drive the wolf from my door. Or when my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker's bills and let the mermaids flirt with me. Come on, Rick. Blues all on the ocean, blues all in the air. I can't stay here no longer. I have no steamship fare. When my earthly trials are over, cast my body out in the sea. Save all the undertaker's bills and let the mermaids flirt with me. Save all the undertaker's bills, let the mermaids flirt with me. What key did we do? Stop and listen. G.
D.
I'm sorry, what?
D. Here, let me look and make sure.
All right, no, that's good. That's fine. Thank you so much. We're going to do it one more for you, and it sure has been a pleasure to be back here in Salisbury. listen to the church bell tone. Well, don't you hear me crying, pretty mama? Stop and listen to the church bell tone. I had a sweet little Pharaoh. Now the poor girl is dead and gone. Oh, that is gone. I went down to the graveside and I looked down on her face. Oh, don't you hear me crying, pretty mama? I went down to the graveside and I looked down on her face. Says I can feel your condition, darling, but I sure can't take your place. Come on, man. Thank you so much. That's Rick Franklin.
Phil Wiggins.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Salisbury.
Thank you. And congratulations. I can't wait to come back.
Congratulations. Hope that we can be a part of that. Sounds like a great festival coming up.